All right, guys, so it's the day after Christmas. I told my mom to buy Bitcoin earlier this year, right, as I've been telling everybody. She's yet to check her Coinbase account, and so that's what we're going to do right now. She started off around, I think it was like $5,000. She has yet to check her account, so we're about to see it, and I'm not going to show what your account is. Cause... Good security, Mom.
Damn, bro. You put 5 bags in there?
Just let her check.
More than $6,000.
How much you have, Mom?
See?
$25,000!
Merry Christmas, Mom.
Oh, yeah,
I want to cry!
Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Every single penny I have is getting invested in Bitcoin. All this money, Bitcoin. All this gold, gonna turn it into Bitcoin. All these credit cards, I have zero balance on all these credit cards. I'm gonna freaking cash them out, turn all the money onto Bitcoin. All this, everything I have, I'm putting on Bitcoin, and we're going to see if what happens. I could be destroying myself, or I could be making myself a winner. Bitcoin has been skyrocketing, and it's time for me to risk my entire life savings. Is this stupid? Am I going to lose it all? Be homeless? Or am I going to turn into like a millionaire? Just follow this page because this is happening. Tens of thousands of dollars is getting invested in Bitcoin from me to see if I lose it all or if I become something with my money.
If you invested $1 into Bitcoin in 2010, you'll be worth $2,269,000 today. Did I just blow your mind?
Hey guys, so if you're a Bitcoin investor, you should just be so excited. It's like everything that we've been waiting for is happening. Elon Musk on Twitter was tweeting, asking about how he can put some of Tesla's balance sheet, some of Tesla's cash into Bitcoin. And you know, the Michael Saylor, who's the owner of MicroStrategy, who's been investing billions of dollars into Bitcoin, was replying and helping Elon. But basically, if a company like Tesla invests in Bitcoin, this is like the network effect is so important in Bitcoin. Bitcoin could go through the roof, could go to the moon. And if you think about it as an investor, you have a chance right now to buy Bitcoin before Elon Musk is buying it. So it's not too late for Bitcoin, and some of the smartest, most successful people in the world are starting to really allocate money into Bitcoin and then trust the asset. This is bullish, bullish, bullish.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot.
Bitcoin is going to hit $100,000 minimum. And no, I don't mean in like 5 years from now or 10 years from now, by this time next year. Actually, I believe the price of Bitcoin is going to $200,000 to $300,000 per coin minimum. Right now it's sitting at $20,000. Now that may make me sound like a crazy person to people that aren't involved in crypto, but for most of us that study this market for a living, we know why we can be very confident that is happening. And look, Bitcoin's not the only thing I'm bullish on. I also think gold and silver are good investments, but Bitcoin is better. This is due to the supply and demand economics that are built into Bitcoin. What do I mean by this? To understand value, you must understand supply and demand. The production of Bitcoin gets cut in half every 4 years. That means right now there's only 900 being mined per day. PayPal is buying 70% of those.
This family sold everything to buy Bitcoin 4 years ago. At one point, the family lost almost $500,000. Today, the family runs an Instagram account documenting the experience traveling around the world. And they also run a YouTube account talking about digital assets.
Bitcoin's going to 100,000 in 2021. Let me show you how with some math. The market cap of Bitcoin is currently about $360 billion at this price. That means all the Bitcoin in the world is worth this much money. All the gold in the world is worth this much money. Right now, gold is 25 times larger by market cap. If Bitcoin becomes 1/5 as popular as gold, each Bitcoin will be worth just about $100,000. And I think that's possible in 2021. If you're going to invest in cryptocurrency, do it safely. Not your keys, not your crypto. Educate and be good to future you.
My friend Philip and I realized there was a price discrepancy between Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin. So we traded on the difference by borrowing money on Bitfinex using both our laptops.
Baby, I just bought some Bitcoins.
I hope you didn't spend too much.
We'll be alright. I'm so sorry, babe. I fucked up. Bitcoin's killing us right now.
You need to sell them now.
We can't sell them now. We're gonna lose so much money if we do that.
How much longer are we gonna live like this?
Hey, bitch wanna party with a savage 21. Saint Laurent savage in Aston. Yeah. High-end cars and fashion 21. I don't eat pussy, I'm fast on God.
Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep.
Here's the reason why Bitcoin might be a good investment. Let's say you're managing a $500 million fund. You need to allocate that money into different areas so that it's not all in the same bucket of risk, but you still need to take on enough risk to make the fund grow. Bitcoin is something that could still go to zero, but if it continues to succeed, then it may be 10 times more valuable than it currently is. That means that if you put 1% of your assets in Bitcoin, then you're risking losing $5 million, but you might make $50 million. It's generally considered an acceptable risk to lose 1% of a portfolio on a confident bet that might result in a 10% gain. So as Bitcoin builds its reputation, it starts to become a no-brainer for any fund manager to invest. And when some managers do it, others jump on the bandwagon to follow suit. This turns the prophecy of a 10x investment into a self-fulfilling one.
Alright, so here's a little mental masturbation. But if you invested $1,000 10 years ago, into Google, it would be worth $6,000 today. Into Facebook, it would be worth $9,000 today. Into Amazon, it would be worth $22,000 today. Into Netflix, it would be worth $34,000 today. Or if you invested $1,000 10 years ago into Tesla, it would be worth $159,000, which is amazing. But if you invested $1,000 10 years ago into Bitcoin, it would be worth $237 million. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. So what do you think? Which one do you think will be the best investment over the next 10 years? Because that's all we can do. We can't go back in time. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think.
Surprise, shawty!
May 16th, 1997. Amazon stock was $1.73. September 20th, 2010. One Bitcoin was 6 cents. If you invested $20, it would have been over $16.5 million today.
This is how I plan to profit from PayPal's new cryptocurrency service. Just announced today, PayPal's introducing the ability to buy, hold, and sell select cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin, which is just 2 weeks after Square, aka Cash App, a direct competitor of PayPal, buys up $50 million in Bitcoin, saying it aligns with the company's purpose. All of this news has caused Bitcoin's price to go up 20% in the last month. And Chamath Palihapitiya, the guy behind Facebook's insane growth in the early 2010s, tweeted today every major bank is having a meeting about how to support Bitcoin. It is no longer optional. And I'm not saying that Bitcoin's ready to go absolutely parabolic like it did in 2017, but it's looking good. So what am I doing? I'm buying Bitcoin. I already own Bitcoin, but after all of this, I'm buying a little bit more. Now Square put 1% of their total assets in Bitcoin. I'm going to invest about 5 to 10% of mine. And if you're not invested in Bitcoin yet, consider allocating 2 to 5% of your portfolio as well.
So Bitcoin made new all-time highs yesterday and again today. Here's yesterday, here's today, but now you can see it's going through what's called a pullback where the prices come back down. If you have a vagina and or a lot of feminine energy, please listen to this because I want you to be the ones who benefit. When you're trading an asset, the first important thing to do is identify the long-term trend. When you know what that is, then you want to look for opportunities to get in at these pullback moments. This is really important. Okay, so in May of 2020, something called the halvening happened in Bitcoin. There have been 2 previous halvenings in 2016 and 2012. about 11 months following each of the two previous happenings, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a sector hit new all-time highs. So that means that a lot of people in the cryptocurrency sector have their eye on April of 2021. And since it seems to be a long-term upward trend, it's probably a good idea to buy these pullbacks when we can.
Kijk, het is zelfs voor. Ja? Dat müsst ihr am Leben. Ja, du warst so jung. Guck schon, dein Auto, was ist das?
Ja, ich investiere in Bitcoin.
Was? Bitcoin?
Bitcoin, ja, ja.